Hello babe, my name is Takane Hlongwane, also known as TK. Welcome to my channel. We are doing a review today. When this box comes out, you already know what time it is, and I'm looking forward to showing you what I used in the last 2 months, what I enjoyed, what I'll use going forward, and what I'm not too crazy about. Right, so I'm going to split this into categories, and then you'd be able to know what from each. So it's basically body products. So it can be body creams, can be a perfume, it can be skincare products and makeup as well. So basically that kind of vibe, right? I do this every 2 and 3 months. As soon as my box gets filled, then we're back up here. A lot of you have told me that you love these segments, and I will definitely continue giving more and more of those. All right, let's start with a local brand, and that is Pantry, right? I'm sure a lot of you have been looking forward to, or some of you rather, let me not exaggerate, have been looking forward to hearing my review. I received this a few months ago from my fellow colleague, Sis Monagele, an over 50 YouTuber. Shout out to you. She gave this to me because she knows I do these reviews, and one day she asked me if I've ever tried pastry, and I said I didn't. So then she got me this. I was so excited because I really never ever expected it. And she gave it to me. So this is the Pantry body lotion with niacinamide. Right, you do know that in skincare, niacinamide is an ingredient that is like very trendy right now. Okay, because everybody's trying to what is it, how do I put it, lighten, if I can put it that way, dark marks or stuff like that. So it's become quite popular even in body. It started with just the skincare, now even body products are doing that, where if you have any pigmentation or scarring or whatever, you can use it and it can help you. So what I love about this product, I love that as much as it's a lotion, it still felt nourishing. You do know that generally when I buy my lotions and my body creams, I always mix them with oil because I always feel like they are not giving me that moisture that I need. And with this one, I did feel that it did give me enough moisture for something that is a lotion. It really definitely performed better than most. I've mentioned this before, that it's important that you check who does your products. If it's a black woman, it's probably gonna be nourishing, because what we love body creams that are thick and your skin is gonna be nourished and everything like that, which this one did. Did I see any difference when it comes to scarring or pigmentation or anything like that? So when I started using this product, I think a few weeks later, I noticed that my elbows, not because it was caused by this, my elbows goes through that, where it was it almost looked like it had some kind of eczema, when your skin gets a bit rough and flakes and stuff like that. So I put it to the test, and I started putting this on specifically on my elbows, and that shedding or that roughness of the skin definitely disappeared. The only thing that I still want to obviously focus on is to make this lighter. It's actually not bad. It was worse. It's actually fine now. It was really bad. I don't even know if you guys can see it on camera, but that was one thing. However, I do know that if you really want to see pigmentation getting lighter and lighter, they recommend that you use this salicylic body wash and the niacinamide body lotion together. Then you'll see a difference. So I do believe that they do deliver on what they promise. You obviously have to use it time and time and time again. It has just started raining. I hope you guys are not going to hear the noise. Let's go for it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's make this fast. Okay, the next lotion that I actually loved was this one from Also Heavenly, and it's called Moisture Miracle Glycerine Cream. Okay, it restores moisture to extremely dry skin, 72-hour lasting hydration. I used this such a long time ago. I need to remember if I added lotion on it. Yep, definitely I did add lotion, but I didn't have to do that every time. So in the evening, I would use it as it is. Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear? Not gonna happen. It's like I was saying, I have used it with a bit of lotion inside. It is quite thick though. It's thick. It's thicker than most moisturizer. Oh, this is what I love the most. The scent. It was a perfumed scent, but I loved it. It gave something like a luxury fragrance, which is something that I really enjoyed. That's one thing that stood out from this cream. Yes, the moisture was okay. It did better than most, but definitely the fragrance in this is what I enjoyed the most. Hence, I loved using it in the evening because I loved like a slightly scented fragrance going to sleep. Then I don't have to like put fragrance on when I go to sleep, which I do sometimes when I'm feeling extra bougie. Right, let's move on to the third body lotion. This one is from Eden Perfumes, and the fragrance in this body lotion is Scandalous. So it's from the Scandal Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance. So what happens is that Eden Perfume creates replicas, right? So dupes, so of popular fragrances, and they just rename them something, right? But they also have body lotions. I really love this because it was highly fragrance, highly fragrance, that if you wear it on its own, you could still smell that beautiful fragrance. However, in terms of moisture and texture, it's very light. It's super light. So I definitely added an oil to it so that it can be more moisturizing for my skin, but definitely very light. It's not a moisturizing, super hydrating kind of lotion. It's pretty light, but when it comes to fragrancing, top tier. It's super fragranced. Loved it. I would definitely use it again for the fragrance, but not because of the lotion aspect of it. Right, next on our body care, we've got this body wash scrub, also from Also Heavenly. It's the cream oil collection, and the fragrance is pomegranate and rose ship oil. First of all, this smells amazing. The pomegranate and rose ship oil smells amazing. I've got the hand cream as well. Smells amazing. Love it. The scrub is quite what do you call it? It's quite soft. It's not that rough, which is great. I think sometimes we're so obsessed with if something's a scrub, it needs to be highly textured, rough, and everything like that, which is not necessarily good for your skin, right? So this is a very light, soft, smoothish kind of exfoliator from your skin, but I love the smell. Absolutely loved it so much. And it's got rosehip oil, so it's not a drying kind of scrub, which was great. That is how it looks like, and I would definitely get it again. Next is this Woolworths Duo, the foam bath and the body wash. I think these are discontinued. So I think 3 months ago there was a huge sale at Woolworths, and these were going for like 35 rand each or something like that, which was quite a huge bargain. I mean, the 1 liter foam bath being 35 rand something, and this one as well, I think 33 rand for the body wash. I haven't seen them lately. I think they were having that sale to get rid of their stock, but I'm gonna let you know so that you have an idea of maybe generally how the body range, the body wash as well as the foam bath from Woolworths, perform. So those foam bath, I find it very thin, very light. I use Seta Skin foam bath, and it's thick. It's thick. Where I found this was just very light, and I went through it like in a month or something like that, or month and a half. It was too quick for me, so I wouldn't use it again for that reason unless I spent the same amount, which was 35 rand. I think the original amount is about in the 90 rand or something like that. So I would only use this product if it was as cheap as I bought it for. Otherwise, I don't think it's worth it. Rather get an alternative like Seta Skin, who's gonna give you a thick body wash, and therefore you will use less and there will be more foam, right? Same with this, not too thick, but it was fine for a body wash. I was happy because it gave me the foam that I needed, so I would definitely use it again. But also, maybe I'm stingy, I will only get it when I'm feeling extra bougie, or when it is on sale or something like that. But more than anything, I love the scent, the almond milk and vanilla scented. What I love about this, actually, it has a memory for me. 3 years ago, I went to hospital. I had an operation. I was there for a couple of days, like a week. Yeah. And I had a body butter that came in this cute container, like a V shape, looked like an ice cream tub, but a small version. And this is the scent I had bought for myself while I'm in hospital. So it just reminds me of that era and everything like that. It's actually, I have a little bit of a story around that. So the first day after the op, I was given a bed bath by the nurses, right? So after wiping me up, and then they were looking in my cosmetic bag, one of the nurses was the older one. She was searching for a body cream and she couldn't find it. And the other one found, it's like, I'll hear it. It says, oh, I didn't see it because it looks like an ice cream or whatever. And the other one laughed at her. The older one laughed, the younger one rather, laughed at her. It says, hey, old people don't know these things, as much as I was in pain, but it was such a funny moment and, just a nice memory. So this scent definitely always reminds me of that part of my life 3-4 years ago. Okay, last from the body range are these two girls. So this is also Heavenly, Even Tone Invisible Antiperspirant. So I really enjoyed using this, but I used it in winter. I'm usually a roll-on girl, not really stick. Loved it. It did the trick. It would be interesting to see how it performs in summer, where I obviously perspire more. But also I realized when you grow a little bit of hair, then the stick shows on the hair. You know what I'm saying? If I haven't shaved yet. I mean, I don't let my hair grow that much, but you might be a day or two out, and therefore you have a little bit of hair. I don't want it to show on my underarms, and then this I felt like it showed. So I think I would always stick to maybe winter. And in summer, I will use my invisible roll-on, where I know that I can lift my arm up and then I'll still look decent because it will be invisible, so I would use again, but for that other reason, maybe only in winter. But yeah, it's called the even tone, so it evens out your skin tone under your arms, okay, on your underarms or armpits, whatever you usually call them. Okay, last from the body range is this girl that I recently introduced because I need as much help as possible during these hot days. And that is the Dove Invisible Dry. I've become so obsessed with this girl that I've bought another one. I've got another one that I'm using right now, right? So I would use my usual roll on, let it dry, then come in with this. I was never this person. I was always a roll-on girl. And when I would buy these things, I would buy it and then next time not use it. But now I found something that really works. And because it's so hot, and I don't want to be a stinky Nelly, I make sure that I am done. I make sure, and it's great. It really keeps me dry all day. Another thing where hygiene is concerned, I've introduced for myself, you're gonna judge me for this probably, but it works, right? So obviously I use it my underarms, but I've also started using it in another area. So when it's warm or hot and then you start sweating in your pubic area, right? Look, after showering, I do wipe dry with a towel, but there's days where I feel like it feels extra hot and everything there, right? And I'm just sensitive to smells and stuff like that, and I do not want to be the one that is stinky, because I've been around people where they come in your present and there's this like smell and you're just like, not cool. So I'm afraid of being that person. Like, being smelly is a real fear in my life, okay? So what I started doing down there, obviously outside, not in, obviously, before people misunderstand me, I would put roll on, let it dry, okay? And on days when it's super hot, I also put this girl on. But obviously, I cover up like this in that area, and then I spray, let it dry. Let me tell you, freshest. Okay, I know there's people usually use powder, talc. I haven't used that yet, but I found this so foolproof, like a fresh. Roll on normal days when it's just okay hot. On days when it's extra hot, I put roll on. After it's dry, I'm like, girl, shh, in that area, cover up, good to go. Let me know if you've ever tried this before, but it worked for me, so I will continue doing it. Okay, so that is that from the body range. Now we're going to come into our fragrances. I only have 3 humble fragrances, nothing fabulous, unfortunately, so don't get too excited. We are going to start with this body mist that I got from Checker 60, from the Good Stuff range. I got to this because I was like, oh, I love the scent. It's called Wild Honey and Vanilla. So this was alright. I didn't like the smell once I received it. It's very synthetic. It smells synthetic. I don't know how to explain it. You know when something smells too formulated, that there's that when it settles, that something is just like, there's something I'm not too crazy about. So how I would use this is, before I get dressed, I will put it as a base cologne. Then I put on whatever fragrance I'm going to put on, just for it to enhance, which worked very well, you know. So that's my base. Then I put on whatever perfume. And then after wearing my clothes, I put my last, my last layer of perfume, so that the perfume really lasts and smells amazing. I really want that when I do sweat on a hot day, that what you smell is fragrance, like just perfume. You know what I'm saying? I like smelling stinky and everything like that. So I wouldn't get it again. I would get something else because I would prefer a better scent. This one was just not it. So no, I wouldn't buy it again. Then back to these brands that create replicas. And this one is our famous fine fragrance, as most of them call it, the Tipex fragrances. This is Armani C from Georgia Armani. Love. This is my second bottle, so I need to replace and get the third bottle because I love Armani C. You see, the thing is with these replicas, some fragrances they'll get right and others they'll mess it up. I do believe that the Armani C, they definitely got it right. They also got right Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana. Those were good. However, other fragrances like Hypnotic Poison, it actually gives me a headache. The dry down. Scandalous can smell easily cheap. Like if I walk across the street and someone is smelling this version, I can smell it already. It has this synthetic thing about it, which is also not nice. So that one I definitely won't get again. But this one, the Armani C, love it. The smell is great on me. Like I smell amazing when wearing this fragrance. But I love it also because of its musk smell. So even on days when I'm like maybe walking, if you guys are regulars here, you know I'm a walker of note. I have my morning walks on weekends. And when I'm smelling this, it smells great, you know, after when you're sweating, after a workout or whatever. Really great. So I'm definitely gonna top up on this. And I love keeping these small ones in my bag, you know what I'm saying? Like during the day to freshen up, keep it in my car as well, you know, just like for cuteness, you know, where you can just freshen up without having your big bottle or a bottle, which is quite heavy. And this is whatever, like some kind of plastic, hard plastic of some sort. So I would definitely get this specific fragrance again, Armani C. Right, then last from the fragrances, you guys know my fragrance house of fragrances, and this is Jo Malone London. Love. This one is the English Pear and Freesia. All right, cologne, 30 mils. Love it. It's one of the best-selling fragrances. Great summer fragrance. For me, I actually prefer it on a cold day, simply because anyone who's used Jo Malone colognes, especially the ones with the clear bottle, will tell you that the longevity is not so great. And this is what has come to my realization, if that makes sense. This is a fragrance that was created in the UK, London to be specific. We know it's generally cold all year round, right? How something will last in a warm climate versus a cold one is completely different. So what they can look at as a summer fragrance might not perform so well here in summer because it's not going to last. And you're going to say, I've used so much money and it's not lasting. So I love wearing it like on a cold day, like a cool day, you know, when it's raining, you know, freshness, then it smells crisp, it smells fresh. It lasts all day. People ask me what I'm wearing. People compliment me on what I'm wearing. If I use it on a summer day, I definitely have to overspray, and sometime it's going to disappear. That's the reality. However, if you use the fragrance from Jo Malone, the ones with a dark bottle, those ones, they definitely last, and that's why they are called cologne intense, where this one is just a clean cologne, no intensity to it. All right, but this fragrance is called English Pantry. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let us go on to makeup, and then we will end with skincare. Makeup as usual, there isn't much because I use makeup for longer. Skincare, I can change skincare quite a bit, you know what I'm saying? Like a moisturizer will last me a month and a half, where a mascara can last me a couple of months, foundation, a couple of months, so on and so forth. All right, I'm going to start with this mascara. It's an old range. They had this mascara, the blue ones. They had the green one, purple, and I've had this for years, but it's now finished. I've been forcing, but it's finished. This color on me, it's beautiful. Really, really stunning, but it's finished now. I'm really forcing things. Let me know if you know any brand that is currently selling blue mascaras. Please do let me know in the comment section. I would definitely get it because I love blue mascaras. I think they just add an element of fun and cuteness to the makeup, and I just love it. Hence, I've been holding on to it for so long. But blue mascara for the girls, how I would usually wear it was wear black and then wear blue mascara on top of that, and then beautiful. Okay, next we have this concealer from Bobbi Brown. So that's how it looks like. So this is called the Intensive Skin Serum Concealer from Bobbi Brown. Love the packaging. Bobbi Brown definitely will always scream class. Okay, so it's one of those with a doe foot like that. What I loved about this concealer specifically is from the Intensive Serum range. The Intensive Serum range foundation is a very lightweight foundation that is got serum built in it, so it's skincare in a foundation. So it does add that extra hydration in your skincare and everything like that. But what I like about it, then it will not be drying around the eye area, because that's usually where I would put my concealer, which is lovely. So if I could get it again, definitely I would, because of that I know it's lightweight, it won't dry out, because you know, if your concealer dries out, it's gonna create lines around this area, which is never cool. Hold on, my light is going off, which is not a good thing. Okay, so, but love this. I would definitely use this again. So if you do struggle with, you know, feeling dry around the area, especially if you're in your over 40s or generally have a dry skin, then you don't want to use a concealer that is drying around the eye area, because it's going to make you look older, which most of us do not want. Okay, I need to wrap it up. I can hear the thunder outside. Then we come in here with this beautiful girl Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup Foundation. I don't know what more to say. You know, when I was introduced to Double Wear a couple of years ago, I was like, whatever, because I've always been a MAC girl. Then we received it at work. Then I've been hooked. This was my second bottle, and now I'm sitting on my third bottle of Double Wear. Double Wear foundation is known as a foundation that is transfer proof. Okay, obviously if you're going to use powder that is not a Double Wear on top of that, it's going to move, but it's still going to have a better longevity or staying power than a foundation that is not a long wearing transfer proof foundation, you know, and everything like that. So definitely I definitely want to keep using it over and over again, because it does what it needs to do. I've heard in the past people say it's drying. I didn't find that. Maybe also I don't wear a lot of foundation. I really don't wear a lot. Therefore, it doesn't affect me that they're in that dry kind of finish. But also I make sure that my skin is hydrated I use serum, I use moisturizers that are good for my skin, that are not drying. Therefore, by the time I use this, it's not going to dry my skin. It is really great. Yeah, a lot of people in corporate love using it. If you wear your white shirts and everything like that, you know that you're sorted. You're not gonna leave makeup on your shirt or on somebody else's when you are hugging them or whatever. So my color is cinnamon. Yeah, cinnamon, as you can see down there, 5W1.5. Love it. Really, really great foundation from Estee Lauder. Another fave here is from MAC. Over here, this powder. It is mineralized skin finish natural let's try that again. Mineralized skin finish natural powder. The color I use is dark from MAC. This is what I use over my foundation as a powder. What is great about this powder, it is not a drying kind of powder. So it will set your makeup. You can use it on its own, but it's not going to give you that drying effect, which is something I do not want. I don't want to look matte. It gives you a natural skin finish. You know how your skin is after you've washed, but before it gets dry, that naturalness, almost like kids' skin when it's not dry. Do you know what I'm saying? Actually, a trainer, the best way they described this was it has a egg finish. You see how an egg is smooth like that? That is the finish that it gives you, which is really nice. Like a little bit of a sheen, but not glowy and not drying. That's what it does. I've ordered another one. I am hoping it's on its way because this one is finished and I love it so much. I prefer not to live without it. I go through my powders like in a year. That's how little makeup I wear, guys. As much as I may wear makeup six times a week generally, like Monday to Friday or even Tuesday to Friday, because Monday is usually I work from home. So it's that and then Sunday, unless if Saturday I'm going somewhere. But I wear makeup for a minimum of 5 days a week. And I still use my powder for like a year. My foundation 4 to 6 months. Okay. Right, last girls are the skincare baddies. We'll start with this moisturizer, the popular moisturizer from Clinique. It's called Moisture Surge. Okay, the texture is a gel texture and it is meant to last the hydration for 100 hours. Okay, 100 hours is a bit extreme, but they're basically saying to you, it's loaded with moisture, okay? It's loaded with lots of moisture. If your skin is feeling very dry, or you've had a sunburn or something, something that really makes your skin feel icky and not so great, this girl is great for you because she's going to hydrate your skin. She's gonna give the glow back and just make you look great. If you can afford to get teenagers skincare of this range, I know friends whose teenagers use this range, the Moisture Surge, because it doesn't have a lot of extra things, but it has moisture and it will give you radiance, and that's what I love about it. It's really great and it's fragrance free. I would definitely use this again. I would definitely. Look what they're saying, use under and over makeup or even as a 5-minute mask. So if you want it as a mask, you'll obviously put a little bit more on, and then after that you just blend it in, into the skin once you got all the moisture that you want. Really, really beautiful. It's pink, a light pink color, called Moisture Surge. Definitely would get it again. Next we've got the famous Jojo tank from The Ordinary. Well, I've got the smaller version of it. The glycolic acid. I'm definitely getting a bigger bottle of this one. Glycolic acid, this one has 7% glycolic acid. It's an exfoliating toner. How I use this every second day, all right? Because it's glycolic acid, it can be quite strong if your skin is sensitive. So you must introduce it slowly into your skincare regime so that you don't burn. But also the day after, you definitely must use your sunscreen. So you only use it at night, and the day after, use sunscreen. We know sunscreen is like a basic, but just saying, if you're gonna use this, you must definitely use it. So what does it do? It helps with pigmentation, lightens, where you've got pigmentation. People also use it in the underarms if you want to at some point stop wearing deodorant, it definitely will help with that. Over time, you won't need to use deodorant. That's what people say. I did do that, but I will always be a deodorant girl, I think. You can even use it for the dark marks between your thighs as well. People have seen great difference when they do that, right? So yes, do it like that. Skin, underarms, and where you've got chafing between your thighs, then you can do that. Obviously, for that area, you don't need to use sunscreen, and you can use it even during the day if your skin is not exposed. All right. So there is a big version. I'm definitely gonna get it. This one was the 100 mils, so I'll definitely get the 200 mils. We call it the Jojo tank at work. Anyway, love glycolic acid. Next from The Ordinary is the hyaluronic acid, and this one has 2% NB5. Hydration, once again, so I use it as a serum, so I would cleanse, tone, use this, and then use a moisturizer. So one tip about hyaluronic acid, remember hyaluronic acid is a, what is the word? Humectant. Is that the right word? Yeah. So it draws moisture, right? So the best way to use hyaluronic acid is to put on like a hydrating mist first. So for example, in my case, I will use like the Fix Plus from MAC, or I would use the Moisture Surge spray from Clinique, or you can just spray water on yourself, then put this on, okay? Then put on your moisturizer. What will that do? It will really draw more moisture into your skin. You do not want to use this on a dry skin. It is not as effective as if when you would be using like hydrating mist first, hyaluronic acid, and then you use your moisturizer. Then you're going to see the benefit that you want from it. Remember, hyaluronic acid is an instant thing. It's not like this, where over time you will see a difference with more use. This one, you use it, you see hydration immediately. That's the beauty of this. It's not about removing scarring. It's not about anti-aging. Obviously, if your skin looks more hydrated, you will look less aged, if I can put it that way, because your skin's gonna look plump because it's gonna have hydration, and you won't look so tired. So everything about hyaluronic acid is instant. It's right now. Okay, let's move on to another serum, another really underrated brand, Origins. Love it. I know one of my subscribers, Pumzile, is an Origins girl, so you would get it that this is a beautiful brand, right? This is coming from the range called Plantscription. Okay, what is different about Origins is that they pride themselves in using natural ingredients in most or more all of their products, right? So this one is Active Wrinkle Correction Serum. I use it like quite recently, but I would use it at night as my anti wrinkle serum, because I've got another serum that is more mattifying that I love using in the day at the moment, but it's something that I would use again. It's an Active Wrinkle Correction Serum. Okay, so where do I have wrinkles, you ask? Around my eyes. I mean, it's fine lines, right? And obviously I've got the deep smile lines here, but I mean, my skin is still in very good condition I think, and I'm doing the best I can to look after it. I'm a skincare girly. I will always use 100 million things because I enjoy that process, not because it's necessarily the most effective to do that. There are people who are using less products and have even better skin. I am just that girl who loves skincare. Never miss night routine, because I mean, naturally I shower or bath every night, but my skincare, the steps will always be stepping, okay? So this one is Origin Plantscription Active Wrinkle Correction Serum. Wonderful. And I think this is like a mini, right? How many mils was this? 30 mils, okay, it's a normal size. All right, you've seen this before. I've shown you a few times before, and this is Advanced Night Repair Eye. This is definitely, I've told you guys before, my favorite eye cream. I love the texture. It's a gel texture, which I really love. And then as I put it on, it's like gets less shiny into the skin, which I really love. I love it. Like, I don't know what else to say. It's just my favorite. I'm an eye cream girl. I will always wear eye cream. I enjoy using eye creams because in my mind, I do believe they make a difference. And therefore, eye cream is always put on. This is my favorite. I use it over and over again. But because of the work I do, I am introduced to a lot of different brands and I try different ones and I'm able to decide which ones do I prefer, and I come back to them over and over again, and this is definitely one of them. All right, let's go back. No, we've got the last one, and then that's it, right? So this famous sunscreen. How did I buy this? I went in to buy the one that I usually buy from La Roche-Posay, which comes in a tube, and it's oil free. And then this one day I'm in Clicks, and this gentleman says, "Oh, did you see there's a sale? So you get a set which has a spot corrector, it has this sunscreen, and it has a cleanser for the same price as you would buy for this." So I was like, okay, let me get that set. I get the set. The next day, there I am. I put on my moisturizer. I see, man, my skin is reacting. You know, the sunscreen, my skin is reacting. But I'm like, whatever, maybe it's not it. Use it a couple of times, then I decide to stop using it, and my skin clears. So I don't know if the batch was wrong, because also the cleanser did me dirty. I ended up using it as a brush cleaner. And this I used as a hand cream. So I kept this in the car, and as I'm driving, I would just put it on. Yeah, so I don't know if I react to this in general or this was the wrong batch. But I know a lot of people love this and enjoy it. But I'm not going to risk it again, so I will not use it again. Unless I get it for free and I can try it, maybe do a patch test or something like that, to see if it was the wrong batch or I just generally react to this. So I wouldn't buy it again with my hard-earned money. Definitely not. All right, that is that, guys. Let me know something I'd like to introduce even in this. Is there a product, affordable of course, that you've been wanting to try out that you would like me to try? If I can, I definitely would, so that I come back here and give you an honest review about the product. Okay, and that's that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've got any of these products and maybe you had a different encounter with them, or you also love them, or whatever. But yeah, we love skincare, we love beauty products in this channel, and I'm so grateful for everyone and their feedback about saying that they really love it when I review products. So yeah, all right, if you have not subscribed, please do. I do these like every 2 to 3 months, and I have a whole playlist with these, so you can definitely go and watch my previous videos if you want to check it out. I do give honest reviews. Some of these brands I work with them, and others I buy them myself, so I will not lie to you. Okay, thank you so much. Until next time, goodbye.